where the toe box and the upper fabric started to gather and pucker up a bit. Started to pucker up a bit, and pucker up a bit, and pucker up a bit. I can't say. Pucker up a bit. God, why do I do this to myself? Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lloyd Purvis and this is Run4Adventure. If you're new to the channel and you're enjoying what you see, why not hit that subscribe button, come along and join us on our YouTube journey. Don't forget to hit that bell icon. Really important to hit that bell icon so you get notified when we upload any new content. We are back today with another in-depth 50-mile shoe review, and it's actually a shoe model that we've reviewed quite a few times on the channel already. It was actually the running shoe that featured in the first ever running shoe review at Run4Adventure 2 years ago. So today we are taking a look at the all-new Saucony Ride 13. I've got a lot of history with the Ride. It was actually my first ever proper running shoe many years ago, and it got me successfully through my first ever marathon, and I really enjoyed the experience of running in the shoe. I stuck with the model for many years, but then I kind of feel it got a little bit lost along the way, especially when it crossed over to an ISO fit upper. God rest its soul, but it is back, and it is back with a bang. The ISO fit upper is gone and the shoe has had lots of new exciting updates. It looks amazing, utilising Saucony's new mutant colourways. Right, let's give you a few facts and figures on the all-new Ride 13. The shoe is a neutral training shoe and it retails in the UK at £125. Weight-wise, it comes in a men's shoe at 277 grams and a women's shoe 244 grams. It runs on an 8mm offset, so you've got 28mm on the heel and 20mm on the forefoot. It comes in 4 different colourways for men and for women. And as far as the fit goes, I'm a UK 9.5, this is a UK 9.5, so it fits true to size with good width in the toe box. So that's a bit about the spec of the shoe, but let's highlight some of the changes in the new Ride 13, and let's talk about some of the things we've really liked, and maybe some of the things that we haven't quite gotten on with while running 50 miles in this new neutral shoe from Saucony. First thing we need to talk about, and probably the biggest change when it comes to this new shoe, is the upper. The ISO fit has gone and hopefully never to return. You can probably tell I'm not a massive fan of the ISO fit upper, and I never have been a massive fan of it. I personally think it's where the brand started to lose its way a bit when it put that ISO fit upper into too many models within its range line. So the Ride 13 now comes with a more traditional upper construction using a lightweight engineered mesh for enhanced comfort and breathability. The shoe utilises Saucony's form-fit construction surrounding the foot with 3D comfort. You've then got these 3D printed overlays on the outside of the upper offering structure where needed. So when you add all them things together, the shoe fits a lot more securely now around that foot. It offers a really nice level of padding in that upper, which makes it a really snug and super comfortable place to be. When it comes to the construction of the midsole of the Ride 13, it still uses an EVA-based Power Run compound like what was used in the Ride ISO 2, but this is now a new Power Run compound from Saucony, which offers more comfort, more energy return and more durability than previous models. Having run and reviewed the Ride ISO and the Ride ISO 2 on the channel, I could really feel the difference in this new compound. When I was ticking along at a nice steady pace, felt very comfortable underfoot and a little bit softer, a little bit plusher than the previous versions. And then when I upped the pace, this new Power Run compound, way more responsive. I did a couple of runs where I went into a few intervals at sort of predicted marathon pace, sort of 6-20 minute miling, and even though it's not really what the Ride 13 is designed for, it still performed really well in those quicker sessions. The Ride ISO and the ISO 2 always felt quite flat to me and pretty unresponsive, which was really hard when you wanted to up the pace in the shoe. So when it comes to the Ride 13, a massive improvement when it comes to comfort, fit and performance. Another thing worth mentioning is definitely the weight of the shoe. I actually had to go and double check it against the previous version. It actually weighs exactly the same, even though while I was out running in it I could have sworn there'd been weight reductions. I don't know what they've done with the Ride 13 to achieve that, but it really does feel, for an everyday training shoe that's going to eat away at them high miles, feels very well balanced, very lightweight and very responsive underfoot. Working our way down to the outsole of the shoe, I've had no issues with the outsole whatsoever. It's holding up really well to the 50 miles. There's no sign of any excessive wear. And when it comes down to grip, the traction has been really good underfoot. I actually ran the shoe on a couple of them really humid, miserly days, you know, the kind of weather that makes everything really, really wet. And that outsole gave me a really good level of traction. I felt very safe and very confident underfoot. So all in all, I've been really impressed with the changes and the updates in the new Ride 13. And it's given me a lot of confidence back in this model of running shoe. But, and there's always going to be a but, there has been a few little minor things, nothing major that's going to put me off running in this shoe, but there has been a few little things that we need to mention. Firstly, we need to discuss these ridiculous laces. I mean, I love the colour, they go really well with the shoe, but they are way too stretchy. I have no idea what Saucony were thinking using this type of fabric or material for laces. Way too stretchy, makes it really hard to do the shoe up, even harder to get out of the shoe. It's that type of fabric that catches and snags on everything. So what you're left with is laces full of little threads, which is no big problem, but it just looks a bit untidy and a little bit messy. The last little issue we had is a personal issue, and it comes down to the fit of the Ride 13. My foot shape, I'm quite narrow at the midfoot, and I felt I had to pull them laces down quite tight to get locked into the shoe, to the point where that upper and the fabric in the toe box of the upper started to gather up and pucker up, which I'm never a massive fan of in a running shoe. It didn't cause me any problems, it didn't cause any irritation or anything like that, but it'll be interesting to see how that develops over time and mileage. We've reached that part of the review where we need to get some points on the board at Run4Adventure, so let's see how we've scored the all-new Saucony Ride 13. The first thing always to be scored at Run4Adventure is always price. The Ride 13 retails at £125 in the UK. It's actually gone up £5 since the previous model, the Ride ISO 2, which is never a great start. But when you start looking at the other shoes that it's competing against, the Brooks Ghost, the Asics Cumulus, the Hoka Clifton, the Adidas Ultra Boost, they're actually all around a similar price point. This is a neutral shoe that you are going to get lots of miles out of, so it's going to score reasonably well for price at Run4Adventure with a 7 out of 10. Next on the list is comfort and performance, and the Ride 13 is a massive improvement in this category when you compare it to the previous versions. Better upper, better midsole, more responsive, more comfortable, better looking, a more exciting shoe, better oh no, the laces are terrible, but when you look at the Ride 13 as a daily training shoe, it has performed really well. It's been super comfortable over the 50 miles. It's a training shoe that if you want to do a bit of speed work, a bit of tempo work in, it actually handles that really well. So the Ride 13 on comfort and performance is going to score the highest score we've ever given a Saucony Ride shoe, and it's going to come in with a super strong 9 out of 10. Third on the list is durability, and it's something we've had an issue with a few of the previous models on outsole wear, but also on uppers breaking down quite quick through mileage. I'm glad to say we've had none of them above issues with the Ride 13. Looks like it's put together really well. It's going to hold up really well to training mileage. So it's going to score high when it comes to durability, and it's going to come in with a solid 8 out of 10. Yep, we're at that super subjective point of the review, and we're going to talk looks. Now I know a fluorescent yellow running shoe isn't everybody's cup of tea. I've worked in retail a long time, and you bring down bright yellow running shoes, you open the box, and that individual either goes, wow, I love them, I'll take them, or you open the box and they say, have you got another colorway? Well, I am definitely a wow. I love the look of this shoe. I love bright running shoes. The brighter the better. They put a smile on my face. They make me want to run quicker. So the Ride 13 is got to score well when it comes to looks, and it's going to get a really high, super bright 9 out of 10. That's all the scores in for the Saucony Ride 13, and it gives it a very solid and dependable 33 out of 40. Right, let's wrap this up with a quick conclusion. It's quite amazing how Saucony have turned things around in 2020. Here we are with another impressive shoe in their 2020 lineup, and a shoe that has been greatly improved compared to previous versions. So if you are looking for a solid neutral training shoe that is comfortable, well balanced and pretty good on the weight front, you can slip into it and it's going to eat up all that training mileage, but then it's capable of stepping things up if you want to do a bit of speed work or some tempo runs in it. Then it's well worth taking a closer look at the Saucony Ride 13. And don't worry, you don't have to have it in a neon fluorescent yellow colourway. There is some more subtle colourways available. That is a wrap on another review at Run4Adventure. Really hope you enjoyed it, guys, and found it useful. If you did, give us a big thumbs up. We have left a link below if you want to find out any more information about the Saucony Ride 13 or about any of their other shoes within their 2020 range. Please click that link below and get involved, guys. We want your feedback. Have you run in the Ride 13 or have you run in any of the previous versions? Do you think this update is a massive improvement on them previous shoes? Please get them comments below. Don't forget you can follow us on our other social media platforms, whether it be Instagram, Facebook or Strava. But thanks for watching, guys. Your support is really appreciated. We will see you in the next video, and as always, stay safe and keep on running.